These have been very difficult months for our world, our nation, our families, and our church family. Soon it seems that we will be able to meet together for worship, albeit in a limited way. But currently, our churches are still closed. Our buildings may be closed, but I know that the church, God's people here in our presbytery, has been very active in different ways. Many of our members are involved in food banks and other caring initiatives. Congregations have been providing pastoral care in imaginative ways, using telephone and social media. Worship, Bible study and prayer have been offered by a number of our churches using the internet, Zoom, WhatsApp and other applications. Ministers, locums, readers, worship leaders, interim moderators and many others have all been busy behind the scenes. Yes, our buildings may be silenced, but the church is very much active. Its voice is heard in ways that many of us could not have imagined only 5 months ago. Those churches using social media for worship and message have been heard by thousands who do not come to our churches or perhaps attend any church. Lives are being touched in ways never before experienced. And so I want to say a huge thank you and well done to you, our Buchan Presbytery congregations, for keeping the torch alight in whatever way you have been doing it. And by way of encouragement, I'm glad here to share with you stories from just a few of our congregations. Here they are.
Hi, my name is Ainsley Dyga and I'm from Fraserburgh West Parish Church. Just before lockdown, we could see things were going to be difficult and the Sunday school teachers got together to see what we could do to keep the kids going. We came up with worksheet packs and filmed little bits each week to connect with the kids. We did either the Bible stories or something that was happening that week, like Easter. We got their Easter eggs and packs sent out to them safely and again for their prize-giving gifts. The kids sent in photos or did little videos for us, which was great to see. So we landed up with 12 weeks of virtual Sunday school, and as it was on our Facebook page, the adults were joining in too. We've been really lucky with Sunday services being sent to us from Rona MacDonald, Richard Snedden and occasionally David McPhee. They have kept us all going virtually, which we've posted onto our page for the congregation to view. The ladies from our Noisy Tots group couldn't let our teddy bear picnic go by, so again we posted pictures and did some of our favourite songs and posted it to our Noisy Tots page as well as the church one. The mums and kids loved it and joined in with holding their own picnics and sent in the photos of their fun day. Our Boys and Girls Brigade have been proactive with keeping the kids entertained too. The boys especially in setting challenges which have been great fun to watch. These we shared with our congregation through our Facebook page as well. In other parts of the church family, elders and members have been ringing round each other, checking up or just for a chat. It's amazing the wonderful work that goes on in the background of our church. The friendship and everlasting faithfulness, whether it's making masks for the community or keeping us up to date on Facebook. Our next thing coming up is our holiday club, which we would usually see up to 60 to 70 primary school kids in a week-long club. This year, unfortunately, we are going to have to do it online. This saddens us, as working with the kids and seeing the pure happiness on their faces is why we spend months preparing for it. This is going to be a strange holiday club for this year for our leaders, but we're still connecting with the kids by videoing short welcomes, doing the songs and stories and showing them their crafts. Sadly, we have lost some members through these times, and as a congregation drew together in grief and support. Together as a church family, we are getting through this, but really can't wait to be back in our church and see each other for real and not just on a screen.
Hi, Tim Barker, Locum, Crimond and Long May. During this distressful and very difficult time, our elders have been in contact with members in their districts, offering them support and help when required. Each week, a thought for Sunday and a separate newsletter has been produced, one for those in Long May and a different one for those in Crimond. Additional thoughts were produced for the days of Holy Week and Ascension and Pentecost. Long May Sunday School has, through WhatsApp, held a weekly challenge for children helped by the parents, and recently held a virtual prize giving, which was very well received. As far as our Messy Church is concerned, videos have been prepared with a Bible story and relevant craft and activities for children and parents. Also, for the children who would normally attend our family service, a video with a Bible story and relevant activities has also been produced. Each day, a text with a prayer has been placed on our Facebook page, and the websites have been kept up to date, giving information to the relevant members. A homemade quiz has been produced using a variety of different methods to help members who have been in isolation. Contact has been maintained with the local primary schools, offering them support and help when required. In addition, I have opened up a YouTube channel called Tim's Ministry, mainly to provide a fortnightly video for members, although the channel is open to the general public. Finally, we are busy going through the paperwork that will be required for the reopening, and look forward, when restrictions are lifted and permission granted, to be able to come together again, albeit in a different kind of worship, but nevertheless being able to join with brothers and sisters in Christ to worship the Lord.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm the minister of Cruden Parish Church. During the lockdown, we have gone online, which has included some rather curious coincidences. Let me explain. Each day we've been putting on a reflection onto our Facebook page. This has been a lot of work, but certainly worthwhile, and we've discovered that you can never quite work out who is reading what. To keep material fresh, we've sometimes made reference to the historic characters connected with the parish. One of these includes Bram Stoker, who of course is famous for the creation of Count Dracula. Back in 1912, the church were doing an extension, and as part of a fundraiser, they published a booklet. And Dorothy, Bram Stoker's widow, very kindly contributed a recipe for Dracula salad. So I made reference to this, and it was picked up by the press. And I think I was in the Herald, the Scotsman, the Press and Journal, the Buchan Advertiser, the Daily Express and STV, all wanting to know about Dracula salad. I was even contacted by folk as far away as Germany. So I hope I don't get a reputation of being a goth minister. But it's interesting just how a harmless reference sparks so much interest. The second thing I've discovered is within my congregation is I have an Elvis impersonator. Every Thursday morning we've been holding a coffee morning where we meet up over the internet, and it's been a great way of keeping friends within the church and beyond connected with each other. And one of my members is a very sparky lady who just celebrated her 80th birthday. And it transpired during our conversations that she did an act that including her dressing up as Elvis and performing Elvis songs. And I just think this is wonderful that somebody is so sprightly and full of beans. And I actually seen a photograph of this member doing Elvis. So we've had Elvis and Dracula salad, and of course been doing lots of other things. We've been doing an online evening service and an online Bible study group, and I certainly intend to keep the Bible study group going beyond the lockdown. So even when things get back to normal, I think this is something that I will continue, because it's a great way of getting folk together without them having to leave their homes on these long, dark winter nights, which are certainly a few months ahead, but will come across us. Anyway, best wishes from all at Cruden Parish Church. Bye.
With the realization that church buildings will be closed at the end of March, quick decisions had to be taken. Our established Facebook presence and up-to-date website allowed access to many members and the local community. The first focus was on Sunday mornings. Services have been pre-recorded and go live late on Saturday afternoon. Hugh, Elsie and Andy have led. We also introduced a shorter midweek Bible study. The structure of the services has developed. More people are involved with readings and prayers. The need to comply with music copyright regulations led to locally produced backing tracks, the use of videos of the Guild Choir, and the discovery of websites where artists' rights were waived. We've noticed that the services are accessed by people at times that suit them right through to the end of the week. Our use of social media has also developed. Facebook was used for regular Church of Scotland posters, as well as encouraging people to watch messages from the moderators. We also publicised local activities. Zoom has been used for many different sorts of meetings and activities. An invitation from Devon FM led to cooperation with other local churches to provide weekly services and thought for the day slots. Work with the children and young people has been more of a challenge. Hugely successful was an assembly from Macduff Primary School. Based on the story of Joseph, this was promoted to the school itself. Follow-up work saw many pictures submitted, which were then displayed on Facebook. Through the generosity of one of the local stores, the church has also provided pupils and their families with items of stationery. Contact with members not on the internet has continued through phone calls, cards, and a newsletter that was mailed to everyone. Individual members have sought to be good neighbours, doing shopping and looking out for others. They've supported many local activities and groups. This includes sewing, scrub bags, food banks, and delivering prescriptions, as well as volunteering through the hub.
Hello folks, this is your local news reporter standing outside St Andrew's Church in Peterhead. Because of the lockdown due to the coronavirus, this church building is empty. The doors are locked and there's a padlock on the gate. The church building may be closed, but the work and witness of this church is continuing. We go over now to our church correspondent, Elder Doug Lynch, for the latest news.
We in St Andrews have started an online prayer chain and a telephone ministry keeping us in touch with our church family. We have also created a WhatsApp group where we can quickly share news, musical items and prayer requests with our members. Our Sunday school children have been emailed Bible lessons and craft work every week. An online newsletter is sent out every fortnight with contributions coming in from our members. One of the more unusual adventures was delivering gifts of haddock fillets to our members, which very much appreciate. We have embraced new Zoom technology and have a Saturday morning prayer meeting where we meet with 6 other fellowships in the town. We also have our first online congregational board meeting via Zoom. It was a great delight to see our church family again on the 24th of May, when over 80 of our congregation and friends met for a live online Sunday morning service via Zoom. These services will continue every week whilst in lockdown and likely beyond.
Well, there you go, folks. That's all we have for you just now. This is Joseph Yule from St Andrew's Online Ministries, signing off.
I'm Rhoda MacDonald. I'm a reader here in Buchan Presbytery. Mainly I preach in the Fraserburgh and Peterhead area, and during lockdown I've been creating online services of about half an hour's duration and making those available to churches that are vacant. Quite a number have used them. I've been encouraged by several things during lockdown. One is that people have been sending the links for these services to folk that don't come to church, and I've had feedback that folk that are not current churchgoers have been enjoying them and considering a return to church. Also, I've had emails from people around the world who've been able to access these particular services and many others, and I'm really excited about what God's been doing in these days. We may have been in lockdown, but it appears to me that He has not been locked down. Indeed, the kingdom of God is moving at a pace, and I think we'll be amazed and astonished when we discover what God has been doing. The church has may have been closed physically, the buildings may have been closed, but the work of God goes on. God bless you all.
Thank you to all our presenters. Now, it may well be that the work that you're doing in your congregation has not been represented here, but a lot is going on behind the scenes and up front as we look forward to coming together to worship again. But meantime, thank you for all you do here in Buchan Presbytery, and may God bless you and keep you.